Welcome to The Shift, a place where real people have real discussions in search of the truths inside and outside the modern day church. You can find us at theshiftpodcast.info or connect with us on your favorite social media platform.
Yeah, because I went to Las Vegas in a porn convention and brought a virus back.
That'll be like,
but not that kind, not kind of
Not
virus.
that kind.
Not
what
kind
you
of
do,
virus.
Mike, like you do a little excerpt before you start your little deal, and then you do music. I was like, that will be the beginning.
Right.
Then we'll go into the introduction.
We need some animation for this one.
Oh my God.
I just can't get the virus out of my sinuses. That's the problem.
Coronavirus.
It's the Rona. It's the Wuhan.
Oh,
China. It's the China virus.
Yeah. Welcome, guys.
Hey.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It has. I know.
Yeah.
Been a thing.
I sort of like this dynamic of like not just trying to do something, but like
Right.
if it's not every week, then that's fine. Instead of just jabbering.
Mhm.
I have no reason to talk if I have nothing to talk about. It's fine.
Right.
I have so many people in this house. I talk all the time. I don't need to talk unless the Lord tells me to.
Right.
We did a lot of talking last week anyway, right, Mike?
I think you did the most talking from noon to 8. That was 8 hours straight.
Oh my God.
Like if I was following the camera, you were talking to everybody, man.
Oh my gosh. It was awful and great at the same time. I have
Right.
to say it was so there was so much I think that was seeded and anyway, so for those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, Mike and I just got back from AVN. It is the red carpet event for pornography, and the week prior to that, I guess this year we didn't stay for the red carpet event. We did last year, but we go in for the week before and we interpret dreams and we offer light and love and hope and flip around all the garbage that they're taking in all the time and try and captivate, and switch what their focus is, their gaze, and just change things around. So we went in with a team that our friend Cindy leads and has for many years. And we just went in and tried to show some love. So all of our weird, crazy stuff, the virus, Corona is the one I'm talking about, not anything else, you people with your minds. Yeah, no, it was Corona, I think. I don't know. I'm not gonna get tested. It's stupid. I've been like staying in my bed for a week anyway because I'm decompressing all the things I saw. So I'm just kind of in here, and it's where I'm at right now, right here in my little room of solids. Yeah. And I've gone out very, very little in the last week, but it's been good. So yeah. Any questions? Anybody? Any comments, Mike? How was your week?
Gosh. Post porn or now? Mine's just been recovering because like I said, after I got off that plane, I had a respiratory infection kick in. So I don't know if that's the enemy or what, but that's why I kind of horsey right now and drinking my tea. But yeah, but it was good because it forced me to relax. I wouldn't be relaxing right now. Lisa took off to one of her shows, and it's just me right now and the dogs and my son. So
yeah,
I just stayed in the chair. And I usually don't do that. I'm often going places, but yeah. Maybe it's decompression and a cold. Maybe that's what God got us in place to decompress.
Yeah, we saw a lot of things this week. We saw a lot of witchcraft. We saw a lot of people that were operating in something that they were not created for.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What was your biggest takeaway, Mike? What do you think?
Well, the biggest takeaway was it seems so much if you remove the element of the porn, it seems so much like a new age ministry thing. It was the same reactions. And like they're telling us this is the place to be. They come to our booth because they all didn't want to be in that industry.
Yep.
Right. They all want to be spoken into. They're all got their lives sucked out of them. It was like, I hate to say it, I don't want to use the word normal adults, but it was like talking to normal people, normal situations, except for the environment we were in.
Yeah.
That was the head switch on that one,
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a porn star we're talking to. It was their soul, their spirit. It was the person. Right.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't hard to get a lot of them to come off of their real names this time.
They gave it to us freely. It was like,
Yeah.
Who are you?
They were like, oh, my name is, and then she, you know, a couple of them would be like, but my real name is da 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 da. Da.
Mhm.
Like, oh, okay. How do I connect with you? Where do I find you? So yeah, it was kind of an interesting thing. What about you, Megan? What'd you do last week?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, Megan.
Prayed for
middle of
us. I know
nowhere.
she prayed for us.
She's got some stuff, got some stories.
I did. I stayed home and I prayed for y'all, actually.
Well, good. Thank you for that.
Yeah, really, right? Yes.
Really, thank you.
I did. And I
And
actually really did pray. You know, some people.
Right.
Oh, I used to probably do in my 20s, 30s. Sure, I'll pray for you.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the California charismatic no answer. If you ask somebody something, well, let me pray about it. You know,
Yes.
why don't you say no? Just say no.
Why don't you just say no? Yeah, I know. Why don't you let me pray about it?
Yeah,
Okay, I
well,
already heard. I'm just.
I'm like close to the border, and so I'm getting messages from people around the country that are like, "Are you safe?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Well, we're in Texas right now, and you know, like all the convoys are coming in down to the
That's
border."
probably the safest place to be.
Oh yeah, it is actually safe. Like nobody, like they're shipping everybody off to all y'all states.
Right.
But I was like,
Oh
wait
my
a minute,
gosh.
am I was talking to my son and he's in the Air Force and of course he's overseas. He's like, I don't really know what's going on over here. I was like, well, I might end up being a Texican, not an American. And
Texican American.
I will be here, like you will be on the other side. Like you won't be, this is gonna like I don't like this. So anyways, it's fine. There's nothing crazy. We're out in our RV. Just loving on people and praying the way
Mhm.
God said to do for the first 3 months. So
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
doing
good.
our RV flooded. What
Oh
else?
no.
Oh yeah. It's been such a fun adventure these last 2 months.
I thought
Yeah.
your RV was like your sacred spot, though. Yeah, break that
It
curse.
is
Don't
our
touch it.
sacred spot. Somebody, it was not we did not do that. But
Oh,
someone else happened to take it upon themselves to help out, and we weren't there.
Oh,
So it was really fun.
well,
Uh,
that's sweet, though,
yeah,
right?
but I
Yeah.
was traveling. I had to go into the Arctic, an
Yeah.
unknown location.
yep.
A grave, you know. I think at one
Yeah.
point, like -60, like at one night it was -60.
No,
So, and then I
no,
was supposed
that's
to be in Buffalo. I was telling you, Mike, and you already know Abby because we caught
yeah.
up. She's like, "How did your Buffalo trip go?" And I was like, "Well, it didn't go." So,
The only person that had a good Buffalo trip was Cindy McGill, and it's just the machines. Buffalo.
gosh.
All the zeros are flying, and the coins. Are
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that's who hijacked the Buffalo trip right
That's
there.
right.
She was Buffalo.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine that.
So what
So,
happened? Do you want to share that? What
yeah.
happened for
Yeah, I'll share that. So I was supposed to go to Buffalo, but I got stranded in DFW, so I didn't make it home out in West Texas, and so I was like, "This will be fine." I didn't know that, you know, nowadays the airlines, they just don't care. They're like, "Oh, you didn't make
No.
it. Well,
Mhm.
we're just gonna cancel your whole flight."
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
you'll make it. You'll figure it out. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we can actually fly you back real quick to where you're supposed to go, and then we'll fly you back here." And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think no. Like you
Yeah.
stranded here. At least it's in
Yes.
That's the purpose. Yeah.
DFW. At least it's in DFW. Like, I mean, you had some
Yeah. Where you have
trouble
people.
like on your flight too, Mike. Like, weren't
Huh?
you? I think did I see something online when I was? I think I was like online.
You're delayed on the way out.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it
Everyone
was.
was delayed a little.
It got
yeah.
switched the night before. I was expecting 11 o'clock flight. I was checking in about 10 o'clock at night, expecting to have time to pack in the morning. oh no, you're leaving at 6 a.m. I go, oh God. So we had to get out of that house at 4 a.m. Then the flight was delayed till 8, then to 9. So I just hung out at Oakland Airport, which is a really fun place.
Oh, it's great. Did you ride the BART there?
No, no,
No.
no.
I've only been on it one time since they built that little leg of it. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of our teams, their flights were delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the
Yep.
craziest thing because they were from California, North and South. And then people from Austin, people from the
Mhm.
DF like all these places, every flight was
Mhm.
getting delayed and it was so weird. It was the weirdest thing.
Mhm.
It was an important week, I guess.
Well, when we
Mhm.
were, when Derek and I were flying back, they were like, "So, you're not your trip's canceled. We're gonna fly you out tomorrow night."
You'll be fine.
And don't worry, we're gonna get you to Chicago. So, and then you can just stay there until I was like, "No." I'm like, "No." They're
Leave
like,
me where I know somebody.
"You're supposed to
Right.
go to work." I was like, "Get me to Texas. Just get me to DFW sometime." So literally we like landed at like 12:05 in Dallas. I was like, "Arr." So, but anyways, I was stuck here and they're like, "You're gonna have to find a different flight. We're canceling this one because you didn't make it to your original location, even though it was our mess up." And so we're trying to Zoom and I was like, "I have time to Zoom." And but then I'm like, so I'm getting alerts like Buffalo is closing. Well, my son-in-law was like, "They canceled NFL, the game and practices." He goes, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, if the NFL's canceling something in Buffalo,
It's cold.
it's serious."
Yeah. Yeah.
NFL doesn't
Yeah.
cancel anything.
They
Mm.
know something. They know something.
Yeah, and so I was like, "You know what? I'll fly into Rochester," and so I'm already out the ticket. Hopefully, I can get back, and I was
Oh
like,
no.
there was, and all I could get was like a first class ticket to Rochester. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Derek's gonna kill me."
Use those air miles. Cash in the air miles. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've already used up all
I
my
think she
air miles
already
for my
did.
other flight,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
and on this flight, and I had like I had piled all my vouchers and everything, and it was like out the window.
right.
And that
Yeah.
was one of the reasons why they wouldn't give me my money back. I was like, "So because I'm a good customer, I'm disqualified?" They're like, "Yeah, you used
Yes.
miles in your little, vouchers, and so we can't re." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening."
It's like they're all turning into Spirit Airlines now. They
Yep.
give Spirit Airlines a bad rap, but they're even American. I'm getting treated like that, right?
That's
Yep.
American. I'm like, "I fly American all," like, I was
Yep.
like, "You have lost my business." I was like, "I have flown with you," and so but anyway, so I get that ticket, I'm on a Zoom with Abby, I was like, "I gotta go. Hopefully I'll make this
Mhm.
flight." And she's like, "Okay, have
Right.
fun." I slam my computer, I get in the car, and I go to pick up Emily, and, like, on the way there, the Lord's like, "No, don't
No.
don't get on that flight." And I was like,
Mm.
when I'm, like, trying to muster, like, through it, like
Yep.
Right.
You
Tap on
don't
the head.
like
What?
to
What?
hear
What?
it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, nope, that's not from the Lord.
Yeah. Let me adjust this tinfoil and
Yep.
see
Right. Yeah.
what comes in.
And so I'm like having this like driving to my daughter's house and I walk in the door and I was like, "I can't go and I can't get on that flight." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, of course, and "Is that okay?" She's like, "I don't know." Was sit in my car. And I went and sat in the car and then I sent a voice memo and I told the friend that called on Saturday night to give me an update
Mhm.
on the deal. I was like, "You will probably never get another voice memo like that, so you better save it." Because I was like crying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, "I don't know
Yeah.
why."
Megan doesn't cry in baseball.
And I'm so
What
Mhm.
happened?
sorry, but I can't go. Like, I can't go.
At least you stopped. You went viral the next Megan going, that mother is not real.
Yes. Yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Saturday, like, the
Yeah.
whole thing ends. I don't sleep, like, Friday night because 'cause I'm like, "Gosh, man," I'm disappointed. I'm
Mhm.
disappointed them because there's like musicians there that were
No.
waiting for me to like. There was just so much going on, and about 10 o'clock Saturday night, the lady that was in charge of it, she called me and she goes, Megan, you like, I just want you to know, like, it's okay and you did right. She's like, that flight crash landed.
No, what?
I was like, what? She's like, yes, that flight crash landed. Another one right behind it came and they barely caught that one. And then they shut down the airport. So she said it was really bad. No one died, but it was not good. I was like,
Right.
praise the Lord. And Mike, I was telling you this earlier because I was thinking about it. I was like, even if I like obviously I would have lived in it, but like the trauma of that because like you had that car
Mhm.
accident 2021, I had a car accident.
Yeah.
Right.
I still am like, "Meh," you know, when
Yeah.
Right.
something goes on. Like I
Yep.
did
Yep.
not live here driving on the road, but like everything just
It'll
wants
trigger. Yep. You have
yeah.
a plane or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the
Mhm.
thought of having to navigate that every
Mhm.
time I get on a flight
Mhm.
is like I can't even imagine that because that's it's so peaceful. I don't think about things like that. And
Right.
so now, like, I don't want to, that would have been a really
Mhm.
that would have been a limp for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
I think
crazy how
that
many things we dodge like that too. I just got a text this morning before I signed on. The counselor I used to work with, Tony, used to work in her ministry. She sent me this text too, shaking her head like you're talking about. Wait till we get to heaven and find out all the stuff we missed, though.
Oh,
You know, that God just detoured around us. We caught a lot of stuff because we're dealing
Yeah.
with the witchcraft a lot. Like every morning, she was like you, she's reacted on it, right? And it's good we did because, like, oh my God, that was real, you know.
Yeah.
But thank God people are sensitive like that, that sensitive to pick it up and go, nope, not doing this.
Yep.
Because it's like you said, when you get to heaven too, how much stuff did we dodge that we missed that God goes, okay, maybe Megan or Mike or Abby missed it, but I'm gonna send an angel to a shopping cart and push this guy out of the way, you know, or whatever they did, right? It's like, whoa, that's crazy.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
stuff's real, you know, it's just
It is.
crazy how it happens. Like, I don't understand it, but
Yeah. It's very
Jesus did
true.
intervention. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
crazy. That's cool.
Gosh. All
Yeah.
the I think of all the encounters that I know have been a thing. It's wild.
Mhm.
Oh,
Just the
yeah.
ones I know about. I can't imagine the
Right.
ones that you don't know
And
about.
you know they're real. There's no talking you out of it. Oh heck
No,
no.
no,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I know.
Like
absolutely.
Jesus told me not to go on the plane. You know, like what? Oh yeah, by the way, here's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. There are times when I know, like Mari and I were in the car a couple weeks back and we were waiting to pull out in traffic. And neither one of us saw this guy. He like came out of nowhere and he was turning really hard to get in where we were at. And all we heard was like their squealing tire, and it was so bad. And I looked up and I looked at the guy, and something corrected him.
Mhm.
There was, I mean, something corrected him. It was the Lord. I know there, I mean, something, but I just kind of looked at Mari and she looked at me and we just went, okay. And we just kept
Right.
driving. You know, when those
Thank you,
moments
Jesus.
happen. Yeah, I know. You're like, oh, I need to get out. Thank you, Lord.
Just go on. Just move on. Right.
Hallelujah. You know,
Like,
like,
back on the wheel. Back on the wheel.
yeah. I was like, okay, these things are going to become, this is our normal, but I think it's
Mhm.
heightened right now. I
Yeah.
know it's heightened right now. I know the ability to hear him is heightened right now. We have to be awake to it. We have to pay attention
Mhm.
to it. But there is something that is opening that we have got to catch. We've got to spend that
Mhm.
time with him in order to catch it,
Mhm.
or we're going to miss it. And there are things out there that are trying to take us out right now. And I know that sounds a little kooky. It's not my normal
Nope.
language,
Nope.
but
It's
it is
true.
absolutely true.
I, I
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the amount of talking to people I did to come home with just a little, like a stuffy nose and lose my taste, whoop-de freaking do. Okay, you know, like, I mean, the amount of people that I know that we all touched as a team, and I mean physically touched, you know, not
Oh
just
yeah. Because we lay hands on a lot of
emotionally.
people. It's like, yeah.
We did. We had a team. It was like 14 people or something like that, and we manned a booth from 12 to 8 every day during that convention.
Mhm.
And we put our hands on people blindly. Like we didn't think anything of it. We just
Mhm.
touched a lot of people. And we had some crazy encounters from the gate. Mike pulled me
Mhm.
right in. Mike, we were in there 5 minutes, I think, maybe 15,
Can't take
maybe.
Mike anywhere.
No, I can't. Mike was like, "Come here, I need you to," and I was like, He was like, "Put me in, coach." We were right
Put me
there.
in.
So we had incredible encounters. How did when we first got there, Mike, how did you pick up on Saber? Did you just talk to her?
I went to talk to her, and I guess she had a gig because okay, we have to talk adult here, right?
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah.
we'll raise a PGMA. Is that a rating now?
Yeah.
PGMA.
Plug
So
your
we were
kids' ears.
so we were like this called the dungeon where they had the whips and stuff. That's where Abby and I we had there first.
It's where we went first. It was our, the violent
So
things put
we're
me
just
there.
looking for people highlighting this one gal towards the end.